everybody. Thanks for joining me in the studio today. This is week 3 of creating a Mat Pilates habit. Today we're going to be taking just 5 exercises, and that's including our variation on the intro 100 exercise to just take these 5 exercises 1 time a day. It'll only take a couple of minutes. We're just going to stick to 5 repetitions of each today, and we're going to repeat these exercises as many times as you like for the rest of the week. Doing a little bit of Mat Pilates every day to create a habit that doesn't include you opening up an hour and every single day to make this habit happen. Short amounts of time to just make Mat Pilates a part of your life and a part of your regular exercise routine. You can do this in conjunction with other exercises, or you can do these exercises anytime you want. When you first roll out of bed, at the end of the day, and anywhere in between. Let's get started with our 5 exercises today. So I'm going to move through the exercises quickly at first. So we'll go ahead and roll down onto the back. We're going to be doing our 100 exercise. So we'll inhale to prepare, and on the exhale, we'll lift up head, neck, and shoulders. Lift the legs to 45 degrees. You could also be at 90 degrees or in the tabletop position. We're going to take a variation today where we pump the arms and let one float out to the side and do the same thing on the other side. So we'll inhale for 5 with the left arm coming out and exhale for 5. Coming the other way. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. Just like this. So as we're inhaling, we're coming out and back in, so that arm returns back in while the other one comes out. If this coordination throws you off or gets challenging for you to regulate and stabilize your body, because it will challenge you, you can simply do the simple 100, but I want you at least one day to try this variation. Okay, here we go. Lifting up. And inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, 3, exhale, 4, exhale, 5, exhale, 6, exhale, 7, exhale, 8, exhale, 9, exhale, last one, 10, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift up to seated. We're going to take the legs about hip distance apart and go into the spine stretch, arms straight out. We'll inhale to prepare. On the exhale, we're going to tuck the chin in towards the chest and reach out through the spine. And then we'll inhale as we stack up through the spine, 1 vertebrae at a time. Last one here. Moving next into the rocker with open legs. So if that was a challenge balance-wise to be moving arms in 100, this is a real challenge balance-wise, so that's perfect as an intro for this week. We're going to lift up the legs. So we want the chest to be flat as if we're coming up into the teaser. We're going to take the legs maybe a little wider than hip distance apart. We don't want to go too wide. We're going to lift up right here, and we'll inhale as we rock back, exhale as we lift forward. So we C-curve through the spine when we go back, and exhale, lift up and open up tall through the spine, and try to balance there on the sits bones. Here we go for 5. That breath pattern is really important. Think exhale on the way up. The spine C-curves, and then it lifts open straight. Sometimes you'll get to that point where you can't quite get up there, right, where you roll back like this, and can't quite stabilize at the top. Sometimes you need a second go to fully lift up. This is okay. That's your body creating balance. Take one more. Good. Right here, we're going to bring the legs together. Roll down the upper body, legs about out to 45 degrees, and go into the corkscrew. We're going to twist the legs off to the side, roll over, and then we're going to keep the hips where they are. float the feet over to the opposite side and roll down through the spine while we circle the legs back out. Now reverse directions. Float the legs off and roll down. Exhale as you roll over. Inhale, float the legs off. Exhale, roll back down. So when we take 5, that means that 1 is going in both directions. So we're on 3 right now. And 4. And 5. Good. Right here, we're going to separate the legs about hip distance apart. Rock forward, and we're going next for our final exercise into the saw. Feet are about the width of the mat right here. We're going to spine twist off to the side and reach. As we do so, we're thinking about pinky finger going beyond pinky toe, and the backhand turning palm up to the ceiling. Ideally, we want to take our gaze back towards the backhand. Stack up tall through the spine, and twist other side. Inhale, stack up tall, twist. Inhale, lift, twist. Inhale, lift, twist. Twist happens first, then the reach. Up tall through the spine. Those are our 5 exercises. I'm going to give a little bit of tips for some of them. Some of them today, like the spine stretch, the saw, are pretty straightforward. Just takes you a little bit of rhythm to really feel that. We want to think about keeping the hips and the feet stable and steady while we twist. So we're not going like this through the saw and then reaching. This stays planted and we reach, just like the spine twist. And open leg rocker is one of those that can be really, really challenging. There's some exercises like the teaser, open leg rocker, etc. that it's like sometimes you have a phase where you can either do it or you can't do it, right? So there are some variations that might help, taking it more ball-like and keeping the legs wider as you would an open leg rocker and holding on underneath the knees, and then just practicing here like you're doing rolling like a ball, but at the top, rather than staying in a C curve, lift up the spine and get that balance down. And you may find this more manageable. The biggest tip that I have for balancing and stabilizing in those rocking and rolling exercises is your breath pattern. Inhaling on the way back, exhaling on the way up. Also, to speak of the corkscrew, you could, this is one of those exercises that if you are unable to do inversions to roll up through the spine for a couple of reasons, either your abdominal muscles don't allow you to do that without thrusting yourself over and you're not quite there, or you have like shoulder, neck injuries where that exercise, like the rollover, the corkscrew, the jackknife, the boomerang won't be appropriate for you to roll that way in order to prevent injuries. If that's the case, I'm going to offer an alternative where you can come down on the back and take the legs straight up. You can float them out to 45 degrees and we'll circle out to the side, lift up tall, float the legs in the other direction and reach around and down and then come the other way. So it makes you feel like there's something for you, whatever your body permits. So we want to stabilize, keep those legs together and strong, and think floating off to the side while we keep the hips stable and steady, reaching around, really working the abdominals, and it's great to work the abdominals from this position, so you still get that reach where you're coming out to 45 degrees, but we're eliminating the rollover part, which either isn't happening for you or might be troublesome for medical, physical reasons. So that's something that you can take there to get the rhythm of it, and if you're not quite rolling over yet, that's a good exercise for you to strengthen those lower abdominals while you reach out and around. If you can roll over with a corkscrew, it's really great to add in that twisting motion. It's basically like the rollover with twisting circling up and twisting circling down. It's really wonderful and nourishing through the spine when you can get there, if you can get there. I hope these little explanations and helps have been helpful in aiding you in your 5 exercises for the week. And you might find that there's some that are really, really hard at the beginning of the week, but with consistent practice or even putting in extra repetitions to try to improve a little bit more, you may find that by the end of the week, it's much more doable. And there's some exercises where I feel like I was really making progress. And if you want to hold on to that exercise and include it in the next upcoming weeks, you can do so. I've made this so we've got maybe 5 or 6 exercises, so you can certainly throw in your favorites in addition or ones that you'd really like to work on. Let me know if you have any questions about what we're doing here, recommendations, and I will see you guys next Monday with new mat exercises for us to take into the next week. But as for these ones, we're going to do them every single day. I'm here doing it every day in addition to my other Pilates on the apparatus or other mat work. These exercises are coming with me every day of this week, and I hope that you find this beneficial for shaping a mat Pilates habit in your life. See you guys next week. Whew. My spine likes these ones this week.